Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I'm going to do a full breakdown of my entire funnel that I use to bring a lot of clients. And I also teach my students to bring a lot of high paying clients on demand consistently within 90 days. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Aviv Benor. I'm a creative strategist. I work with clients like Intel, L'Oreal, Philips Hue, Adidas, and many, many more. Usually I focus on e-com brands and SaaS companies. I used to have my own video production company, and I later transitioned into the strategy side of stuff. So basically, nowadays, clients pay me around $5K a month to be their video advisor. And if you're interested into getting into that realm, I'll be sharing this as well. Over the years, we've had around 5,000 videographers go through our teachings and the funnel that you see here, and that I'm going to share with you in a second. All that I'm teaching, guys, is like stuff that I've tested with clients and with videography, photography, and creative freelancers students. So it's not just something I don't know, I learned somewhere or whatnot. This is after, like, imagine this. I established this whole thing in 2019, and this has been going through tons of iterations. And as a proof, like, I gathered here a ton of testimonials from wherever I could find. And this is not like a third of the testimonials I could pick up. But yeah, so this thing works. Okay, so if you just stick to the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how to get clients consistently to your creative business and how to turn this from a just glorified freelancer, as I call it, to an actual business that is not predicated on you. It's like this, you want to have a business that doesn't matter how you wake up in the morning, just freaking works. And this is the most painful problem for freelancers. That's the first thing. The second thing, for those of you who already run ads and don't have any issues with leads, usually you're going to have issues in the delivery side of stuff, meaning you either doing everything yourself and you're burned out, or the results you're getting to your clients are questionable. And that's when we go, my English salad. Okay. That's when we're going to go to the creative strategist part of this video, where I'm going to show you how to take your video knowledge, your creative knowledge, and sell it as information, just advice. Guys, I'm getting paid $5K a month for 1 hour consultation call a week with my clients. Of course, there's a bit of behind the scenes work, but I would say no, it doesn't top 10 hours a month for a client. And again, this all through like Zoom calls. I don't need to be on set. I can, if I want to. I can be a director, I can be the editor, I can be the DP, although I don't think I'm that good at shooting. But anyway, I can choose. And this is the great change here. Which, by the way, this also enables me just to travel the world. So last week I came back from South Africa, and there's a cool story of how I met Dan Mace. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's the creative director of Mr. Beast. And I managed to make him just join my advisory board, I call it. So advisory board for creative strategists. I give advice for businesses about video strategies. And so now he's a part of my team, where I come to my clients. And this is a Zoom call I had with one of my startup companies that I help last week, and I brought him on board. And so it's a really cool thing. I'm going to tell you all about it in a second. So what we're going to do is a deep dive into each and every step. Every single videography business is comprised out of these 3 steps. Okay. The first one is traffic. The second one is sales. And the third one is delivery, the actual service you're giving. I want you to look at this whole machine. This is a visual representation of your business. I call it a case study machine. Just like I do with my videography students, and actually my clients as well, I look at it like a case study machine. How can I get people and just make them a case study, like make a case study out of them, right? So that at the end, when they get results, they go all the way, look at the line here, they go all the way up, and then I can use those case studies and testimonials in ads so I can sell more. This is how I look at it. And all these testimonials are basically just people who came through my ads and content. I sold them on this program, walked them through the program. They got amazing results. And now I get to show you all these amazing results, 33K, 25K first month, all these things in here. So I hope this makes sense. Now let's dive deep into each and every section. The first section, as I said, is traffic. I think that most videographers are stuck. Let me show you this. Most videographers are stuck because they're not systemized. Nothing is systemized. Everything, when it comes to marketing, is word of mouth. When it comes to production, you guys send out quotes and they're all over the place. There's no set rules. There's no set procedures. There's no consistency in marketing. Therefore, there's no consistency in sales. So this video is talking about freelancer, creative people, videographers, photographers, creative business people that are stuck between 5 to 15K in what I called just glorified freelancers. If you're making less than that, then this video is not for you. It's not relevant. But if you're making between 5 to 15K, listen up. I want to zoom in here. And I want you to remember this word, system. This is one of the biggest shifts that I went through in my business that got me to understand, like, holy shit, this is why I'm not a business. I don't have systems. No systems for marketing. No systems for delivery. No systems to capture case studies, to understand if I got my client resort or not. Like, just no system. Everything is like this. And I got to a point where I realized I'm just a profitable freelancer. But if tomorrow morning I'm feeling sick, or I want to go on a trip, or I just don't feel like it, well, guess what? My business is not working and I'm not making any money. And I always used to look at those businesses where the CEO is not the founder. Sorry, the founder is not the key for everyday operations and sales. And I was like, man, I wish I could get there. And let me tell you, the big difference here, guys, is systemized marketing, systemized operation. When you get out of operating the day-to-day, working in the business and working on the business, you attract bigger brands. You charge premium. That's how you also have money to delegate and systemize everything. You have more free time. You can travel the world. You get results for your clients and they're happy and they tell their friends about you. This is where we want to get you, okay? So the first reason why you're stuck here is pure systems. Now, the second thing, and it's an actual easy fix. Guys, I want you to understand one thing. If you don't change anything about your business, and take this away from this video, because this will probably give you the most amount of value. If you don't change anything about your business and you only do one thing, I want you to remember this. Stop going after the bottom and start going to the top. This is called the video industry pyramid. At the bottom, which is around 70%, you have all the mom and pop shops, all the nickel and dimers clients, the ones who want the world and are willing to pay nothing for it. And they will kill you with revisions. You will work day in, day out. And at the end of it, they won't be happy. And you know it. You've been through so many of these clients. So if you're here having tons of small gigs with these type of clients, understand that you can charge like 2-3 times more when you go to the top with the same amount of skills. Yes, clients will drop, but guess what? The clients who will drop are probably from the bottom, and you don't want them anyway. So when you go to the top, let me tell you what happens. When you charge 5, 10, 15K per thing, project, retainer, whatever it is, usually what happens is this. These are clients who are willing to throw money at problems and not their own time. Super crucial. They're looking for, hey, where can I just put money and solve this problem? And so they're looking for experts. If you're doing better job, they don't care you're more expensive than the competitors, because guess what? That's what they actually look for. It happened to me that I at the beginning in my career, I was tackling some top players and I didn't close them. And I didn't realize why. And I think one day, one client that ghosted me was kind enough to share with me that it was just cheap, too cheap for them. Like something felt off. Like, imagine when you want to go buy a very good wine. You want to buy something expensive, right? That's like the first barrier of selection. You want something expensive. So just like that, top end of the market is looking for quality. And if you do give quality service, then you shouldn't provide the bottom of the pyramid. You want to go to the top, the ones who have money and they need your service. Usually these will be clients who are highly dependent on videos. And I'll give you an example. Some of you, and I met studios who are making 20 to 50K a month, are still operating on the on the bottom of the pyramid, working with restaurants, working with personal brands, very small businesses. You need to understand something. Let's take restaurant, for example. If you're doing videos for restaurants, what happens if that restaurant tomorrow morning decides they don't do videos anymore? What happens? Probably nothing. It's a restaurant. But on the contrary, let's take an e-commerce brand. E-commerce brand that their whole bloodline, I don't know how to say it. Their whole existence is predicated on ads. If tomorrow morning they shut the ads down, the business is gone. Like nothing. And so their dependency on videos is much, much higher. And so take the same skills, the same service, same equipment, same everything, just to the top, and they're willing to pay much more for it because the value they see out of it is much higher and they're much more dependent on it. Okay? So guys, understand this. The first thing to getting unstuck from the freelancer where you guys just do everything and it just feels like everything is on your shoulder, two things: systems and attracting the right side of the pyramid, the top side of the pyramid. Okay, these are the two things. Okay, so the first thing we do, we want to get traffic. We want to get eyeballs to see your amazing service. And how do we do that? We use two systems, not one, two. The first one, well, let me start with BBB. The first one is called the BBB referral system. Basically, we want to reach out to agencies who work with your target audience. Let's say you work with real estate, luxury real estate. So we want to look for agencies who promote luxury real estate, or if you do, let's say fashion, luxury fashion, we want to look for agencies who promote brands like that. We want to partner up with them and offer them a referral deal. I won't go into super specifics, but just to understand the G's of it. They need videos, but they do not provide videos. The problem with marketing agencies is that they do not produce media. They only promote the media. And so what do? They call the client and say, hey, Mr. Client, listen, we need videos, we need images, go do that, bring it to us, and then we will promote it. Some agencies do it in-house, but let me tell you something, you probably do it way better than them. So what you do, that's how I did it from the start until this day. Last week, I had a meeting through a BBB referral that I had like years ago. And through this deal, you get a lot of clients coming your way because you offer them a win-win. You tell them, guys, you bring me those clients that come to you and want creative work. I'll do the creative work and you can present it as in-house. So you can save your client within. You can tell your client, you don't go anywhere. You stay here. I'll create the videos for you. So you have more chances of closing the client. Plus, you give percentage to the agency. So it's like stupid saying no to this offer. You know what? Just take this out of this video, guys. I promise you, you'll already make more money. Let me show you this. So this is way back when I only taught this portion of the course. Like the whole course was this. Now it's like this whole thing. But just from this section alone, the BBB referral system, I have this guy here, Otwin. I think it's from Germany. It said like, this year I make so much money with my client because I just followed one of your tips: partner up with marketing agencies. I just need to do one job a month and I easily make 5,000 euros. So yeah, this thing works. And the second thing is you go to production companies that make 50, 100, 200K productions and you tell them, listen, guys, and by the way, this is a tip that brought my client, my friend to 7K. Listen, guys, you make those productions, but along the way, you get a lot of small inquiries for like 10K, 15K, 20K productions, whatever. Give it to me. I'll give you a percentage. Because you know what they're doing with that? They're just telling them, like, listen, it's out of our budget. We only do like 100K productions, blah, blah, blah. And then they let them go. So what you can do is just like partner up with them, tell them, hey, when you bring me them, I'll bring you 10%, win-win. That's the first method we use to bring clients. Now, the second method, and this is the big thing actually, this is, guys, when you learn how to run ads, man, your whole business and life will change. And I'm not over exaggerating. Let me tell you why. And as a proof, by the way, like all these testimonials are results of the ads. Like, see here, this is one of my students from Australia. First week of going live, 2K. This Michael, one of my students from Germany, 33,000 euros. Mika from the Netherlands, 25,000 in income in November, 6.7K. Again, all these are from the ads. When you start running ads, you start seeing results. Simple as that. Now, the reason I love ads so much is because once you just build the thing, it sits there and it works for you. Think about it like somebody is going around promoting your business while you're asleep. That's what it is. And so once you learn how to put $1 into ads and get $2 out, it's a money printing machine. And you will be like, wait a minute. If I'm putting $1 in and $2 out, let me just put way more dollars in. And I'm telling you, once you have that revelation, you'll be like, holy shit, I'm going to go all in on this. What funny is, what happens to so many of my students? So let me show you this. So this is Veronica. If you want to, you can go to my website, see the testimonials over there. She went live, and about in 3 months, she got to 8K from the ads. She used to charge like $400 a video, and she jumped to 8K. And the only reason she didn't go above 8K is because she told me, Aviv, I'm booked out. I cannot take anymore. She shut down the ads. She spent $400 in ads. She got 8K back. And the only reason she went out is because she couldn't run that anymore. And if you want to see the ad, let me show you here. That's the ad she ran.
Pretty visuals, grab attention, great stories, keep it. Let me explain. The goal should always be to tell the best story. But frequently, videographers get lost on getting the best shots, prettiest angles, and the story gets left behind. While beautiful, it leaves the viewers untouched, and they scroll past. But you're still watching this video because the message, the story, is what matters. And when you add it to the right visuals, that's when the magic happens. So what do you want people to feel? Because stories aren't just about what's seen, it's about what's felt. And that's the difference between a video that's watched and a video that's remembered.
And so that was Veronica, just one example. Another example is Peter. So Peter is one of my students from the Czech Republic. He started just charging 150 euros for a gig and went up to 41,000 euros in 90 days. Again, he could have gone way higher than 41K. And he told me that, and you can watch it in the video. The video is in my website. He told me the only reason he stopped the campaigns is because he couldn't handle all the leads. So, yeah, that's what happens when you make ads work. And I just wanted to make it very clear, guys. You don't need a lot of ads. You need one winning ad. One winning ad works the entire business until that ad gets fatigued, what we called ad fatigue. Let me hide this. And then we need to create a new ad. One of the beautiful things here is that when you learn how to make ads that generate sales for you and generate leads for you, guess what? You take the exact skills you just learned and you implement it here in the production when you deliver your clients, you actually deliver videos that generate them results. And this is how they become raving fans. And this is how they become case studies. And this is how you can do what I do, which is do rev share model. And I go and I charge clients percentage. And that's how I get out of one client, I can get like 10K, 20K a month. And they're happy about it. Not because that's my retainer. This is because my ads generate them sales, and my percentage of it is 10 to 20K. So yeah, this is the big thing here. We're going to learn how to run ads. Now, when you do a good ad, you attract the right client. We want to attract high paying clients. Again, we want to attract what? We want to attract the top 10%. We don't care about the other 90%. We want the top of the market. In this process, we want to weed out, how do you say? Yeah, the irrelevant ones. You get the leads. The first thing we do is we give them a low ticket. Now, what is a low ticket? A low ticket is basically something that builds trust. Think about like this. If you're going to raise your prices, and if you're going to come to me, then that's what I'm going to help you do, right? But if you're going to raise your prices to 5, 10, 20K per production, it's not like a client just buy something impulsive, right? It's not an impulse buy. And so the big thing with stuff that are not under an impulse buy is what we call trust. It's trust. Okay, we need to build a lot of trust. Now, what happens when you bring leads straight to a call? It's not that it won't work. It works. And you can close clients that way. But a lot of times you need to work on the trust way more. And the way to combat that and to get higher conversion rates is to warm them up with giving them value first. No, I'm not talking about free work. I'm talking about a low ticket offer. What I love to do personally here is what we call creative audit. You guys don't know this, but you have a lot of knowledge when it comes to videos and creative work. And the reason your clients are coming to you is because they're not happy with their current creatives in whatever way. And so what you can do before you produce anything, you can just take a look at what they're doing right now and tell them, hey guys, this is what you're doing wrong, and this is what you can do better. And just that alone, just telling them what they can do better and showing them what they're not doing good is an amazing value and trust builder. And so this is what we do in the low ticket. After the low ticket, we get them onto a sales call. And from the sales call, we upsell them. Well, not upsell them. We sell them the high ticket. Now, when we get to the high ticket, we want to sell packages. We do not, remember this, we do not do quotes. Okay? I want you to get quotes out of the way. We do not do quotes for so many freaking reasons. But reason number one is that quotes are a ton of time to make. And they just all over the place. That's the first thing. The second thing is, most of the time with quotes, I know you guys do this. You break down the entire production process. Like the production, the post. The client doesn't care about that. It doesn't care how many people are on set. They don't care about what equipment you use. They don't care about like the million things. Imagine this. Imagine like you're buying an iPhone and they tell you how they manufacture it, how many people went into manufacturing, what clothes are they wearing, where the factory is located. Like, who cares? Give me the iPhone. Sorry, I'm ranting on this because guys, 5,000 videographers in the last 6 years. So I've seen every freaking scenario out there. I'm just telling you stuff that are repeatable. So I've seen it all. Okay, so what we want to do here, instead of quotes, is we want to show packages. Because another thing with quotes is that usually you'll go like, okay, so what's your budget, Mr. Client? And they'll tell you a budget, and then you'll go do the thing, and you'll show them, okay, according to your budget, here's the offer. The problem with this, first of all, the client feels like you fucked them over. Second thing is, they don't know what other options they have. What if they add another like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 and they can get much more value? What if? They don't know. You don't know. Pff, gone by an extra $3,000. And so this is what we're doing here. We're showing packages. And the way we build the packages is we want to push the premium up as much as possible. So we call it the popcorn pricing system. Think about it like this. When you go to the movies and you buy popcorn, what do you want? You have three options. You have the small, you have the medium, and you have the large. I'll my fingers. Anyway, you have the small, you have the medium, and you have the large, right? And what do? Because they want to push the premium. They want you to buy the large one. So what do? This is $3, this is $6, and this is how much? $7. The difference between the middle and the big one is only $1. And the difference between the middle and the small one is $3. And so in your mind, you're like, wait a minute, I only add $1 and I get the premium. Pfft, give me the premium, like give me the large one. This is exactly what we're doing here. Okay, we're utilizing behavioral psychology to push our clients to get more value. I had this client from Australia that just booked his premium package over and over again after implementing the package system. And I think it was even before he went live with ads. Yeah, here it is. Let me put it here. So Matthias, he was currently editing his ad, and he was like, keep getting booked for the premium package over and over again. Lol. Guys, he was selling his package, premium package for $6K. So yeah. So this is the second of the whole funnel, the closing step. Now, once the client is becoming a client and we are delivering our services, this is where the big change happens. Most of you guys, and don't lie, I know that's what you're doing. Most of you guys are focusing on the production side only. Well, this is what the client asked for. Let's deliver the thing that the client wanted. Well, guess what? Again, you are missing on a ton of value to the client. What we're adding here is two things. We're adding a creative strategy, and we're adding results, high converting creatives. Doing this will ensure that the client gets the most results out of our campaign, out of our video campaign. When clients come to us, they look for an outcome. If you do commercial work, most of the time it's going to be sales. It's going to be something around marketing, brand recognition, sales, leads, whatever that is. They're looking for an outcome. And so what you want to do, instead of just going straight ahead with what the client said they want, you need to understand what they want and what they need, which are two different things. If a client wants one video and you ask them, what do you want? And you said, I want a video of a jumping cat. Why do you want a video of a jumping cat? And he goes like, because blah, 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 blah. I think it's cool. Anyway, or my colleagues are doing it, whatever. Then you go, well, wait a minute, Mr. Client. What is your business goal? And then they tell you, oh, we want to make sales. Okay, great. So listen, let me create a strategy for you, and then you tell me if you like it or not. And that's what I'm doing here. Here's your video, a cat video. But guess what? In my personal experience, the cat video won't get you the sales you want. We're going to do it a bit differently. And then I build a strategy, a content strategy around what? Around their business goal. And guys, when you become a strategic partner for your client, you become fucking replaceable. They won't be able to take you with another videographer or create a freelancer and do the the comparison. They won't be able to do the comparison because you'll bring them so much more value than just executing on the client's ideas. Okay, so you're taking the business goal, you create the strategy, then you produce it, and then you make sure you bring them results and you measure it. And once you've done that, guess what? The client becomes a case study. And when the client becomes a case study, the last section, ascension, you either upsell, you turn them into retainers, or you do a rev share model. This is the whole thing, guys. Now, you don't need to do everything yourself. This is why we do here. When you start charging premium prices for your service, guess what happens? You have money in the bank. You can hire people to do the things you don't want. And so you either delegate or you automate. I don't care how you do it. I want you to get out of the day-to-day stuff. So we want to take you out of the glorified freelancer into the business owner realm. Okay, so you wake up in the morning, you're not going to the business, but guess what? The business works. So we want to take you out of the sales calls at some point. So we're going to hire a closer. And for the production itself, again, the minimum, I will hire a producer and an editor, because these are the two most hectic bottlenecks for me, at least for me. I got to a point where I didn't like to edit anymore, and a producer is just somebody who take care of all the logistics and client communication. Great, take it away from me. I just want to do creative stuff. I just want to have fun. That's me. Okay, this is how we make sure that your whole business functions without you. So now I want to get to the last section of the ascension, which is becoming a creative strategist. So regardless if you're a glorified freelancer or business owner, becoming a creative strategist. So what is a creative strategist? What I do today, I understand that there are enough people who know how to shoot, but not enough people who know what to shoot. So I come to my clients. Usually they will have videographers in-house or like an agency they work with, and then they bring me to fix what needs to be fixed. Usually we're talking about ads that don't perform well. And then I come in, I do my stuff, and then their ads perform, and then they get a lot of sales, and then yay Aviv, keep on working with us. This is amazing, blah, blah, blah. And so what I did, I utilized my talent to leverage that with other people. I create the strategies, and then I find the right video production companies or the in-house team, and I tell them what to do. And so I oversee things. And how it looks, it's just a 1 hour consultation call a week with their team and some behind the scenes work, but it won't mount out to more than 10 hours a month. 5K for 10 hours a month, not a bad deal if you ask me. And I can do it every day, all day long, because it's just fun, from my laptop, from wherever in the world. It's like, let me tell you the story about how I met Dan Mays. So this client of mine, I'm doing creative strategy for them. It's a startup company in Vancouver. And they just sent me this screenshot last week. And he told me basically, bro, we're overbooked. Sales teams can't keep up. And we had to take down the budget of marketing because it was so successful. I helped them within 2 months go from 200K in income to 400K in April. And so this is me just chilling in my apartment in South Africa, the Airbnb, surfing, yeah, flexing a bit, whatnot. And then one day I'm going out of the water and I'm seeing Dan Mace in a restaurant. And I said to myself, I had to talk to this guy. You know why? Because think about this. If I can bring Dan Mace as one of my team, suddenly I become much more valuable to my clients. And so that's exactly what I did. I met Dan. He invited me to his house. We sat together for about 2 hours. And 2 weeks later, I brought him on as an advisor in my team for content, for YouTube content for this client. Now, this is the beautiful thing about becoming a creative strategist. You are pulling the strings. You don't have to be the one doing all the things yourself. I don't know about you, but I love this role really, really much. My English is not perfect. Don't kill me. One of my students, he just closed his first consultation client for 1,680 euros for 3 hours. Yeah, let me do this. 2 wins today. I sold a project for 6.83K to a client of mine called blah, blah, blah. What's cool about this is that I've also managed to sell my consultation for the first time. I dubbed it as workshop, and the client is paying 1,600 euros for a 3 hours meeting. Guys, I just want you to understand, every person who watched this video right now has the knowledge, has the value to give their clients in the form of information and consultation. You just need to package it the right way. That's what we need to do.
I went from charging 400 to 4,000, one client to the next after going through your program. I got stuck in a low cost cycle, right? And then I came across your ad, which spoke to me very directly. I was like, you're really fucking up here. You should do this. And I was like, well, that's a no-brainer. Take the course. And now I went from, undercharging mega to charging roughly 4,000 for a video project.
Yeah, so this is team one of my students again. So guys, yeah, I can go on and on about testimonials here and stories and whatnot. You know what? Actually, just a second. I want to show you another one. um, I, I want to show you this one because a lot of you thinking, well, in my area, in my country, it's not going to work. Clients don't want to pay much. Well, you know what? Listen to this. This is one of my students from Kazakhstan. Okay, he was doing projects for $300. After going through my training, he bumped up his price to around 3K. After we went on a specific client of his, I helped him do a treatment. He went from offering 2.9K for that production to 4 videos, not just one, in 37, and then they raised the price to almost 60K. This is the ad.
Imagine an app where you can send by air anything you want, from anywhere, whenever you need it. Just ask Public and make a deal.
Yeah, so pretty cool. Now, nowadays he moved to New York. He's doing big projects with Adidas and Nike and whatnot. Okay, so now that you understand the whole picture, listen, you have two options. Okay, if you come to this point in the video, you either do nothing about what you saw today, okay, and you just try to do it all by yourself, invest nothing. On the short term, in the short run, you'll be happy because you didn't lose, you didn't put any money out. But what will happen 6 months down the line is that you realize that nothing has changed, right? Your business just stayed stuck. You're stuck in the same low price cycle. You're doing a lot of gigs for a low amount. You're burned out. It's inconsistent. So that's option number one. Option number two is that you're sad on the short run because you paid somebody to show you the way. But guess what? 6 months down the line, you look back and you say, holy shit, my business has changed. These are your options now. Now, I know I'm kind of like, selling myself here, whatever. I'm not just talking about my own program and my own coaching thing. Take whatever. If not me, then go to someone else. There's a lot of good people out there, not just me. Take their coaching. The worst thing that I've done for my own business from the beginning is I had like a big ego and I said like I want to do it by my own. And I didn't pay anyone to show me, like just to save me my mistakes. Just show me the freaking way, the stuff that I don't know. Just show me. I didn't do that. And it just took so many years off my life and my business. So I don't want you to go through that thing. And so these are the two options you have. If you're ready, if you've seen this video and you're sold, then click the link below, come on a call with me. I'll take a look at your business and I'll tell you if I can help. Please, now listen, don't come on the call if you're not ready, if you're not sold. Just go watch more testimonials on my reels, go watch more content on my YouTube. I don't want to waste my time. I'm sure you don't want to waste your own time. Okay, so if you're ready, book a call. I'll take a look at your business. And if I think that I can really help you, then we can continue from there. And if you want to see how the inside of the program looks like, so this is the dashboard. This is the online course itself, where we have 9 modules from everything like how to get a steady stream of income, charging higher prices, negotiations, marketing, how to create ads that sell. Like everything you need to know is in this course. Another thing you get is a closed community. We have weekly calls. You get to talk to videographers and video production companies from all over the world. You get access to me 24/7. Ask me anything whenever you need. It's a 90-day program, and I have one promise for you. If by the end of the 90 days, for any reason, you're not happy, you didn't get to your goal, you didn't double the investment in my program, then I'll keep on working with you until you do. That's my promise to you. And so, yeah, if you still need more convincing, go check my website, see the testimonials, see the videos, and yeah, I hope this helps. Regardless, if you're stuck, if you need some value, I hope this gave you some. So, see you in the next one. Yalla, bye.